Hey there, adventurers. Neon here, and welcome back to another episode of Neon's Game Night. Tonight, we're going to be hopping into the game, The Elder Scrolls III: Morrowind. If you're new to the channel, the Neon's Game Night series is a series where I hop into a game for a little bit, whether it's a game that I've been playing on my personal time and we're just hopping to the middle of a playthrough, or doing some first impressions, or checking out a demo, stuff like that. It gives us a bit of freedom there. Like I said, tonight we're checking out The Elder Scrolls III: Morrowind, which is the third game in probably my favorite video game series of all time, the Elder Scrolls series. And we're here in the middle of a playthrough that I've been doing over the past year and a half or so with my character here. His name's Turin. He is a ranger by class. The custom class I made for him is a ranger, as you can see here. I've even written up a little description of what the ranger does and what the ranger is. I'm here with my companion, Julan, who is here with us from a mod. This is a fairly modded playthrough of Morrowind, so the visuals are a bit upgraded. There's some content overhauls, some rebalancing of some of Morrowind's core systems and mechanics and stuff like that. So this isn't exactly Morrowind straight out of the box. But we're here. We have one of the focuses of the story for Morrowind is becoming what's called the Nerevarine, as part of a prophecy that talks about the reincarnation of an old dark elf god, essentially. And we satisfy different parts of a series of trials to name another Nerevarine. And right now, I'm currently in the process of fulfilling them. And what we need to do right now is actually go around to different political factions and get them to recognize us as the Nerevarine. Or as the Hortator, rather, which is like an impartial war leader.
What do you want?
So I'm actually here in Voss, trying to get House Telvanni to recognize my claim as the Nerevarine and the Hortator. The House Telvanni is a group of mages and wizards that are very power hungry, and it's basically a whole bunch of bureaucratic nonsense. Morrowind is definitely the most political of the games, in terms of, like, there's a lot of political intrigue and a lot of stuff that you have to do in terms of talking to different people and getting them to agree with you politically. So we actually need to travel to this place called Sadrith Mora. So in this game, in order to travel, like, there's a big open map that you can explore. You can walk around all these different places. You can do it all by yourself on foot. You can use the services within the land to actually help you fast travel to them. In pretty much all the rest of the Elder Scrolls games, fast travel would work by just opening up the map and selecting one of these places that you've been previously. But that's not how it works in this game. In this game, you either have to leg it there yourself on foot, or you can pay to take advantage of the different services and the way that people actually would travel within the game universe. So we just took a ship here to Sadrith Mora, and we're here in Sadrith Mora because we are trying to talk to Master Neloth here, who we've been advised is very ill-tempered and will probably take a decent bit of convincing to get us to convince him to recognize us as the Telvanni Hortator. We've gotten 2 of the council members that we need to get their support from already. We've gotten it from Master Arion of House Telvanni and Mistress Dratha. Is that right? Yes, Mistress Dratha. That's one thing you'll notice really quickly is there's a lot of funny words and a lot of weird sounding terminologies and names and stuff in Morrowind, and it's all mainly done in text. There's a lot of reading in this game. Not everything is voice acted. So I'll be reading a lot of that where I can, just so that you can be able to hear what people have to say if I think it's important. But I'm not going to be reading absolutely everything. I'm not going to pour through this, as you can see, 841-page journal that chronicles our character's journey and what quests they've been on and on all of that stuff. So we're not going to do that. But we're here in a town called Sadrith Mora, which, being a Telvanni place, means their architecture is very eccentric, to say the least. All of their buildings are basically built into like these giant mushrooms. They're built into these big plants and giant mushrooms, which again is pretty out there, pretty wild. It's not the craziest thing that you're going to hear about Morrowind, or the craziest things you'll find out about the Elder Scrolls in general in terms of from a lore aspect. Because there's a whole building in this game that's basically built into the shell of a giant crab. And that's all I'll say about that right now. Because again, if I get too into the weeds of all the craziness of the lore of the Elder Scrolls series, we could be here all night. And we've got some politics to play. So I'm gonna spare you some of that. That sound good to you, Julan? Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. So the person we need to talk to should be somewhere in this big building. Probably somewhere towards the top. Because the Telvanni are a big group of very ambitious, very arrogant wizards. And they really pride themselves on having these big, massive, labyrinthian buildings that are hard to navigate and easy to get lost in. So that's a fun time, isn't it? Alright. Who do we need to talk to here?
Help you, stranger.
Yeah, not you. That's not who we need to talk to. But it also seems like
I really can't help you.
we are in the wrong place. It's very easy to get lost in this game. Hello there.
Ahead.
Yes, can you tell me where Master Neloth is? Same to you, Turin. Welcome to Sadrith Mora and House Telvanni country. What brings you to the island? Are you planning to visit some specific place here, or is there anything else I can help you with? Yes, I'd like to know where Master Neloth is, please. If you want to speak to Master Neloth, he's in the upper tower of Telnaga. There's a west-facing entrance from the upper terrace. I suppose you could get there from the Great Hall or Upper Hall, but it's confusing, and you still have to fly. From the west-facing upper terrace entrance, just take the passage east to Master Neloth, and you'll have to cross the central shaft. Don't fall down it. Okay, from the west-facing upper terrace entrance, just take the passage east. Okay, I guess I could get there from the Great Hall or Upper Hall. Okay. And Julan's stuck. Yep. Anybody that's played any of the Bethesda games for any stretch of time knows that this is a common occurrence. He'll just walk there in perpetuity. Just getting his steps in. Good job, Julan. Julan's a great mod. The mod that he's part of has been quite a bit buggy, meaning it has caused a lot of conflicts and issues that has been kind of irritating to solve every once in a while. But I think that's where we need to go. So we actually need to levitate. Thankfully, I have an amulet of levitating that allows us to get up there. And so I haven't really been able to discern whether Julan's bugginess is a user error or if the mod itself is just fairly unstable. Alright. No Master Neloth here. Perhaps here. Yeah, this looks quite about right. Right. Let's talk to him, see what we can do to get him to declare us the Hortator.
Annoying Outlanders.
Yeah, he doesn't like us very much. Even though we're the same race as him, we are canonically not from Morrowind proper, which is all of this area. In the original game, all you had to explore was this island called Vordenfell, and a DLC or an expansion pack added this island up here called Solstheim. I'm also running with a mod called Tamriel Rebuilt, which is rebuilding and remaking the entirety of the mainland of Morrowind, which is what all this stuff is. And as you can see, it's not finished. That's what all these big gaps are for. Those have not been finished yet. And there would be stuff all the way over here, but that has added a whole new land mass to explore, completely new quest lines, all that stuff, and it's very high quality. Like the quality level between the stuff over here on Tamriel Rebuilt and the stuff on the mainland is eerily close. It's a very, very well done mod, and I would advise pretty much anybody that wants to get into this game and give it a shot to use Tamriel Rebuilt. All right, so enough talking about mods. Let's talk to Master Neloth here. Whatever you want. The answer is no. All right. Well, that's a bummer. So you won't declare me the Telvanni Hortator then, yeah? No, no, no. Not another word. What the hell are you talking about? And who do you think you are? No, just shut up. Nonsense. Superstitious nonsense. Don't interrupt me with such foolishness. Just shut up and go away. Then we gotta notice that our journal has been updated. Right. I asked Master Neloth if he would vote for me as Hortator of House Telvanni. Neloth is a cranky, ill-tempered old wizard, impatient and quick to anger. He shouted at me for interrupting him with such nonsense. Perhaps I can find some way to improve his disposition before I try again. Right, so when dealing with people in Morrowind, a lot of times you can influence them. You're trying to influence them to get what you want by affecting this bar up here. This little bar up here indicates what their disposition is towards me, from 1 to 100. And being 29, that means he doesn't like me very much. You get people to like you through various means, by either being part of the factions they're a part of, helping them out with a quest, talking them up, being friends with other friends, being allies. Like some of the factions are allies with other factions, and that can affect disposition. Having a high reputation, which we have a decently high reputation, but it's not like high enough to really counteract some of the negatives that we've got, because I'm dealing with House Telvanni. I am the leader of House Redoran, which is a conflicting guild. So people from House Telvanni don't like me very much, and that's number one. So the other things that would affect that is the fact that my personality stat here, attribute, is 45, which isn't too terribly high, and it's only that high because I have this ring on, if I were to take that ring off, my personality is only 30, which is definitely not very impressive. It's not going to make people like me very much. And the other thing is the speechcraft skill, which, as you can see, is very low compared to some of my other skills. So things aren't really working in our favor for us when it comes to talking with this guy. But with what we were told about Master Neloth, I'm gonna assume he's gonna become a bit more persuaded by us if we dump a bag of money in his pockets. So you can try your hand at altering this disposition with any NPC by entering in this persuasion menu, and you can use these that are like dice rolls to see if you succeed in admiring him, intimidating him, taunting him, or bribing them with a certain amounts of gold. As somebody with low speechcraft skill and lower personality, the gold tends to be what I have to do, because a lot of people will be a lot happier with $1,000 more dollars in their pocket, right? Whereas if I was a speechcraft character, I'd probably have more of success admiring them, talking them up, and then trying to get what we want that way. But let's see if we can give him 1,000 gold and see if that'll make him a bit more willing to be on our side. All right, so we had a successful bribe. He says, very well, Turin, I'll see what can be done. Let's see if that was enough to get him to agree with us. No, it did not. So let's see if we're going to have to do it again. I only have 3,700 gold pieces, which is a decent amount, but isn't a ton. We have plenty of ways to make more money, though. So let's try again. Okay, that was a really good one, because that took us up over to 84. Most of the time, the threshold for NPCs getting them to do what you want them to do is usually around 80, so I'm going to assume that that's going to get us what we want. You are generous, Turin, and your judgment is good. Right, so about that Telvanni Hortator thing, yeah? Hortator, war leader of House Telvanni? Is that necessary? Why doesn't anyone tell me about these things? So, do you want the job? Are you qualified? Good. Then go ahead. I don't care. Be the Hortator. Now go away. Alright, well, when I finally got Master Neloth to listen to me, he casually gave his vote for me as Hortator. Alright, so, well, that's all we had to do there. A lot of what we are having to do now is just talk to a bunch of people and persuade them to, vote for us, essentially. Again, a whole bunch of bureaucracy, if you ask me. Alright, so let's levitate down so we don't hurt ourselves. And go back through here. We want to make sure Turin is kind of following us. Okay. Sometimes these games, they're very funny sometimes, unintentionally. Especially when it comes to followers and companions. In vanilla Morrowind, there isn't a lot of companions that you can get, so a lot of times if you have companions around, you're going to want to use mods and stuff. But yeah, so we have one more Telvanni council member that we need to convince, and then we also need to speak to the Archcanon, or the leader of House Telvanni, who we were basically advised would not give us their vote under any circumstances, and we would essentially just have to kill them. So that's going to be interesting. Kill a very powerful wizard that is also the leader of the Great House. That is going to be very interesting indeed. So the next place we need to go to is actually... where would it be? I think it's down here somewhere. Telvanni. I think that's where the last counselor is, Mistress Thurana. Yes, Telvanni. So let's get back on one of these boats. See if we can travel there. Alright, Julan's with us. Alright, hi. I'm Gals Arethi, shipmaster of Sadrith Bora. What's your destination? We need to go to Telvanni, please. Traveling also costs money. There are other ways to travel than just by boat, which we might be able to see while we're playing tonight. We might also not as well. Alright, so what time is it? It is 11 p.m. It is quite late. Is there any place to sleep around here? Hello, good sir. Can you tell me what the services of this place are? Get food and rooms from Sethin's Trade House. Galen Breer sells and repairs armor and weapons. The tower has a sorcerer, alchemist, nightblade, and monk. House Telvanni, of course. A few others in the village may offer training. Sethin's Trade House, then, is where we need to go. Where would that be? Sethin's Trade House. Maybe up there. I see signs up there. Big gathering happening out here. There is the tavern sign. Yeah, the signs. These signs indicate various things. Like this is a sign that indicates a trader. This sign up here indicates usually a place that you can get food and rest. So that's where we're gonna go. Why is it locked? Why is the pub locked? Well, that's not good. Hello? Why is it locked? I just want to go to sleep. Alright, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. They don't want us at the inn? We don't have to be at the inn. Because, speaking of more mods, I have another mod that allows us to camp outside. Also, just in case, I'm going to lower the music just a slight bit more, because the current track that's playing is just really loud. Alright. In order to camp, we have to get a little bit away from the settlement. We should be able to go ahead and make camp up here. Right, so I have a mod that makes us need to eat, sleep, and drink, which can be tracked by these bars down here. And it also includes a whole crafting framework and the ability to make camp. So let's see. Oh no, I don't have any firewood. Well, that's a bummer. Well, I can at least set up a tent and throw down this bedroll. Oh boy. Okay, got into a bit of a fight there. No, I don't want to do that. I want to dispose of this corpse. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a cliff racer, which is the scourge of this game. They are annoying beasts that will attack you and swarm you all across the island. They are no fun. Alright, well, Julan, you're going to have to find your own tent or whatever. This is mine. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go to sleep here for about 6 hours. Alright. Just in time to... Let's pick this up. Behold an incredible sunrise, I imagine. Let's go over here. Yeah. And see, there's 2 of them right here. 3. Look at all these cliff racers in this one little area. And this isn't even bad. This isn't even bad. If we were over in this region, there's times where you could face like 5 or 6 at one time. It's ridiculous. And since they're flying, sometimes they're hard to hit, which is even worse. But that is a pretty glorious sunrise, I will say. With a couple mods, this game looks still pretty amazing, in my opinion. Its art style is goes a long ways. Oh, and we're being attacked by a rat now. And we'll dispose of the corpse. It's pretty important to dispose of the corpse in this game, to select that option, because not doing so can kind of bloat your save file a little bit. Let's put that music a little bit back up now. And which can just cause a lot of issues down the road. Okay, so we need to talk to Mistress Tharana, who is in her tower in Telvanni. Let's see if we can ask somebody about that. Hello, Ballas? Let no new thing arise, Turin. I'm Ballas Favani, and this is Telvanni. Mistress Tharana's Telvanni stronghold. Are you looking for services? No, I'm looking for Mistress Tharana, actually. You'll find her in Tharana's chamber in the upper tower. Easiest way is to enter through north-facing entrance to the upper tower. You'll have to fly, either way you go, and the lower level is confusing. So you might as well start through the entrance to the upper tower. When you're inside, walk downstairs, take the first left, take the passage up to a room with 2 doors to Tharana's chamber. Take either door, fly up the shaft. Tharana's chamber is in the center. Good night. That is a decent amount of directions there. Okay. Start through the entrance to the upper tower. Downstairs, left, yada yada yada. So yeah, the other modern nicety that this game does not have is any sort of like quest markers that sort of tell you where to go. You have to rely pretty much entirely on the directions that are given to you by the NPCs and stuff. So let's levitate. Let's see if we can get up to where... There's the lower tower. Let's see if we can get up high enough to get to where we need to go. Alright. This takes us to the upper tower. Oh, and it's about to rain, so let's get inside. Alright. Down the stairs. What the heck are these? Why? These are like eggs. What is going on here? Okay. What? I'm a bit baffled by this. Interesting. Okay. All right. Bunch of books, bunch of other people. Hey, there it is. Tharana's chamber. That wasn't nearly that hard compared to what the directions made it seem. And we gotta fly again. Levitation is one of those things that eventually got taken out of the Elder Scrolls games, which is a bummer, because it's quite fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, is Julan over here? Yeah, let's get him over here, just so he doesn't bug out too much. Alright, cool.
Speak, traveler.
That is a naked cat man over there. Hello? Tharana. Oh, also, I actually forgot to eat some food and drink some water when we woke up. So I've got a water skin that full of water to get us hydrated, and then I've already got some cooked rat meat. Feed us. Alright. Hello there, Tharana. What are you here for? Are you here to feed the spiders? Definitely not. I am here to talk to you about becoming the Telvanni Hortator. It's a steel box, of course. You keep things like bitter green roots in it. Keeps them fresh with a little netch blood. Or is that a hormander? Yes. Or spiders. In the box. Spider eggs. Keeps them fresh. With netch blood. You wouldn't have any with you. Eh? Spider eggs? Nice fresh ones? So go ahead. Show me the Hortator. Hormander? You got it with you. Always happy to get some fresh spider eggs. Or spiders? When I was much younger, we grew our own spiders. Oh my goodness. Listen politely. Yeah, we were told that Mistress Tharana was going a bit off her rocker. Listen. And Hormadors, big ones. Needed them big for the spiders. What? Spiders? You listening? Spiders. That's what I said. Big ones. So you need a big Hortator. Ours was steel with silver plating. Kierjo used to polish it. Cute little kitty. Had it since it was a bitty kitty. Gone now, of course. Drop dead. They get old, and you have got to get new ones. Never quite as good as the old ones, of course, but what can you do? Oh, there you are, Turin. What was your name again? Are you listening to me? Let's just continue to listen politely. Mistress Tharana continues to chatter amiably, with no sign of stopping. She looks like she could go on forever. Well, Turin is a very patient elf, so let's just stubbornly continue to listen politely. Yes, indeed. Sustained as she is by the necromantic arts, it may be that she can, in fact, go on forever, chattering amiably, without stopping ever. Let's continue to listen. One more time, maybe. Continues to chatter with no sign of stopping. She looks like she could go on forever. Okay, so it looks like it's going to go back into a bit of a loop. Yep. Alright, so let's tell our story and ask to be confirmed as Hortator. Who wants to talk Hormanders? That's boring. It's so boring here, with no one to talk to except Talami Haralo, and Monosadaris, and Muldroni Rendis, and what's his name? Balls Tadris. And all they talk about is themselves. It's so dreary. If only they do something smart, or surprising, or funny, or something to do with spiders. But no, just zzz. Mistress Tharana has apparently fallen asleep in mid-sentence. Okay, my journal has been updated. Goodbye. Alright, I tried to ask Mistress Tharana if she would vote for me, but it was impossible to get her attention. She's easily distracted. Maybe if I concentrate on being charming and entertaining, I'll be able to focus her attention on me. Yeah, I don't see that going too well for us. Let's see. I guess again, let's see if we can get her disposition up with a little bit of bribery. Bribe fail. Okay. 100 gold out. Oh boy. Let's do 1,000. Oh gosh, that's gonna take up a lot of our money. All right, let's try again. Right, we've already read that. Let's amuse her, then quickly ask to be named Hortator. Goodness, where did you learn how to do that? Can you do it again? Ooh, very pretty. Do it again. Oh, please, please. Oh, certainly. I have a Hormander around here somewhere. If you'll just... Oh, you want to be a Hortator. Certainly. Go right ahead. Right after you do that thing again. That's amazing. Oh, goody goody. Your journal has been updated. All right. When I managed to catch Mistress Thorana's attention, it was easy to get her to agree to vote for me. I'm not sure she knew what she was voting for or why, but when I asked, will you vote for me as Hortator, she said quite clearly, you want to be a Hortator? Certainly, go right ahead. Alright, so we've got her vote now. Now, the last thing we need to do is apparently go kill the leader of the entire faction, I guess. And, yikes. We'll see how that goes. Come on, Julan. You need to come down here. This way. Because if I don't, he'll get bugged out and, like, won't come through the door with me. Like, let's see if... Sometimes if he's close enough up above, he will. But yeah, see? Nope. Did not. Where'd he go? Oh boy. Ow. Alright, let's reload that quick save. Let's see if we can get him back. Having a companion around in the game is really nice, and Julan is a really well-written character with his own backstory and his own personality and all that stuff. But it's times like these that can really make the solo play style kind of an attractive proposition. We'll see if this ever loads. There we go. Okay. We'll just wait here then. Alright, so Julan is here. He looks like he's stuck. Now. There he goes. You're the one sighing at me, Julan? That's rich. That's really rich. Okay. Or maybe he was sighing about having to deal with all these politicians. What do you have to say? Wow. Thorana really likes her Kwama eggs. Yes. Yes, we were warned that Mistress Thorana is old and essentially very kooky. So, there is eggs everywhere. Interesting. Okay. Now we're out here. I can't remember exactly where we need to go to talk to the Archcanon. Let's see here. Check our journal. Or Archmagister Gothrin. May find him in Tel Arun. I don't exactly know where to find that. So, one thing I'll say about this journal here is it tracks your quests and your activities in a chronological order. It does not really separate them by quest. Technically. It's just all in chronological order of when you encounter the stuff. And that's how it functioned back on release. At one point, one of the expansions gave us this ability to hit this options button and sort by different topics, and you can even sort by quest that will show you journal entries for the quest. However, as far as I understand it, this function is a bit bugged and will never like really update and show you exactly like how you need to, like which ones are completed and which ones aren't, because I have completed a ton of these. Most of these are completed. Most of them are completed, but there's no real way to see that. And they're supposed to be, and it just doesn't work that well. So, let's go see if we can go find this Tel Arun place. And find the Archmagister. first let's look at our map. Where would Tel Arun be? Just checking all these little dots. Telfir, Wolverine Hall. Okay. Am I going crazy? Where's Tel Arun? Tel Arun. Is it part of another one of these places? Or is it near Sadrith Mora? Telfir. It should be in this area. Let's go see if anybody on the ship, whoever is controlling the ship, has any idea.
Yes, Outlander?
Hello there. What destinations can you take me to? My ship Spring can carry you from Tel Bernor to Vivek, Ebonheart, Molag Mar, and Sadrith Mora. Okay. Let's go back to Sadrith Mora then and see if we can ask around there where Tel Arun might be. So that should be Tel... Ooh, that might actually be it. For a second I was thinking that was Telfir, but that is not. Okay, so it looks like... Well, I'm going to pick up that. We might have to do a bit of flying across the water. Which is fine. We'll just activate that amulet and go this way. Julan, where are you going? Okay. He's back on track now. That's fine. This is fine. Yeah, sometimes companions in these Bethesda games do the darndest things. And we are just levitating and walking our way over. But yeah, the architecture and the art design in this game is really stellar and very kind of alien. A lot of people whose first Elder Scrolls game was Morrowind tend to... They have a bit of a bias towards Morrowind's sort of alien nature and call Oblivion and Skyrim just very generic fantasy. And that's really kind of... I don't know exactly what the word for it would be. It's kind of being ignorant of the rest of the Elder Scrolls series. Like, before Morrowind, Arena and Daggerfall are also very generic fantasy type settings. And Morrowind was really the departure in that respect. Now you can have there's a separate argument to be made that, like, perhaps the Elder Scrolls could benefit from a bit more of this alienness than what they kind of ended up going with in Oblivion and Skyrim. But to suggest that Oblivion and Skyrim were a departure from Morrowind in that same respect is a bit ignorant in my opinion. But I digress. Hello there, Telvanni guard.
Now, go.
Can you tell me where... Okay, I can't ask where Gothrin is. But yeah, if you were to ask me what my favorite Elder Scrolls game would be, I'd probably just tell you my favorite Elder Scrolls game is whichever one I'm currently playing. Because each of the games provide their own real unique, like, ideas and experience that none of the other games do. And I really love all of them for those reasons. Wow, that's a sight, isn't it? Wow. It's like, these are the moments that I feel like Bethesda has always been really good at, is kind of like just being able to sit there for a second and just sort of soak in the scenery. These are the moments that I feel like I'm the most able to like connect with being in character and feeling like I'm actually in this place. But yeah, there's many aspects of each of the games that are very unique, and trying to pick a favorite amongst them is very difficult for me. Alright, so we need to probably go up there. Plot and plaster, that's not where we need to go. Alright, back to flying. Let's see if there's a like a terrace or something up here. That'll help us go where we need to go. There does seem to be a ledge right here. Oh my goodness. That's cool. Got a whole little platform up here. Tellarune living quarters. Tellarune upper tower. This is where I imagine we'll need to be. Wow. I'm gonna... Oh my goodness. I just about fell off. I'm gonna drop a save here so that I can come back and possibly just take some pictures or something of that, because that looks really nice. Alright. You good, Julan? Oh, goodness. Here. It's not that hard. Stairs. We walk them. Yeah? Good job. Good job. Good job. And he fails again. Alright, let's hopefully he just comes with us through the door. And he does. Perfect. Okay. Hello there. I don't know you. What do you want? I need to talk to the Archmagister, which did not tell me I could. Hello there. Alright. This is Tellarune.
I really can't help you, stranger.
But, oh, there's an upstairs here. Did not see that. Oh, boy. This does not look good. Yeah, we're gonna need a save. We're gonna need a save. Okay, hello there, Mr. Gothrin. What do you want? Would you declare me the Telvanni Horditor, please? Yes, yes, I know what a Horditor is. I'm going to tell him my story and ask to be confirmed as Horditor. No, wait, let me think. Yes, I understand perfectly. Your story makes sense. Your proofs are persuasive. But a decision on such a remarkable matter is a grave responsibility, and not to be taken in haste. I will need some time to reflect and consider, and to confer with the other Telvanni counselors. Leave me. Yeah, which is exactly what we were told was going to happen, is Gothrin will effectively just not decide. He would just tell us that he was going to, like, need to think about it, and then just never do it. So, we are basically advised that we just need to fight him and kill him. Which I don't know if that's going to cause us to basically be considered murder or not. Yes, I'm still taking the matter of your appointment as Telvanni Horditor under consideration. Yes. Okay, that just takes that down. Yep, he just keeps saying the same thing. If we get him low enough, does he just get annoyed? Okay, no, he just has a very low disposition of me now. And he's being protected by 2 Dremora here. So this is going to be a bit of an issue. Is it going to be considered like assault and murder, essentially, if I attack him? Okay, so first, let's try to buff ourselves up a bit here. I'm going to put that helmet on. Yes, looks quite cool. And that helps us out. Let's see if we got any good potions here. Let's see here. Resist fire, who knows? We might need some of that. Let's fortify our speed, why not? Put up a lightning shield, just in case. Resist magicka. Reflect. That could be quite good. Let's see. We have a lot of magic items that can help buff us as well. So let's look at restore health. That's not what I want. Amulet of Mighty Blows. Amulet of Opening, Amulet of Soul Falling. Let's see. Belt of the Armor of God. That's nice. Fortify our luck. Dagoth's Belt of Heartfire. We're going to be very, very buffed up here. Let's see. This is pretty ridiculous. Okay. Ring of all of these things. Ring of Namira. Okay. Almost done, almost done. Scrolls. Shogorath's Favor, 16 tones. Okay, look at all of these are all of our effects down here that are magical effects that are currently affecting us. And now look at our stats. That is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, to say the very least, we are a bit stacked. Where's the Ring of Strength? Let's put that back on. Yeah, Strength 137. Alright, so let's see if we can take this guy out then. Okay, my crime has been reported, which is not great, because I don't really know how else to take out these guys. Alright. Let's see here. Gothram's robe. Alright. So now we've done that. Now that we've really gotten ourselves in trouble. We only have a bounty of 250, which isn't so bad. So, let's see if we can just teleport out of here. How about that? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Civi intervention. That is what we wanted. Okay. There we go. We've used another thing that we had to teleport out of there. And now we effectively have gotten away now. I don't know if once we go and talk to somebody here, they're like this guy not gonna like me. First off, one thing that'll be important. I'm gonna quick save, because if I talk to this guy and he tries to like arrest me, violated the law. Since you turn yourself in voluntarily, I'll take that into consideration. Pay 225 gold to the court and surrender your stolen goods. Here's the gold. I accept this gold in payment for the fines and compensations ordered by the court. Now you're free to go. Alright, I don't think I should have really lost anything. Got all my essentials there. Take that off. Let's put our hood back on. Yeah. Yeah, alright. That looks... We look to be in the clear now. Just kind of serendipitous, because we're now in the region where we need to be in order to actually go back to Master Arion and turn all this stuff in. Okay. Man, who knew that becoming the Nerevarine was going to be such a bureaucratic nightmare? All right. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going the right direction. Perfect. Alright, we need to go back to this place up here, to Telvos, to talk to the guy up there. Because he basically came straight out and said that his advice to kill Gothram wasn't just a in order for us to get what we need, but also that he stands to benefit his death as well. So he's pretty upfront about that. Alright, dispose of the corpse. Julan, do you have anything to say? Is there something I can do for you? Nope. We're fine. Alright. Getting pretty close. We'll be able to see where we're going once we get up above this hill. These are called Dwemer Ruins, which are the Elder Scrolls' version of dwarves. They're called dwarves, they're mentioned as dwarves, but in sort of the unique twist with the Elder Scrolls' dwarves, this is a representation of what they look like. is dwarves in the Elder Scrolls are actually a race, or a type of elf, which I think is pretty unique amongst portrayals of dwarves. They're effectively extinct. In fact, there's only one living dwarf left that we know of. We meet him in this game, and we can actually talk to him, but he doesn't even really know what happened. At one point, they just kind of vanished. There's a lot of theories for what happened to the dwarves, but it's still all very shrouded in mystery. And it's one of the things that I think Bethesda would be very wise not to explain. Because I think in different settings, there's always, a couple of mysteries that are, I think, really good to keep as mysteries. Because then it's something interesting. It's something that, activates the imagination. It's sort of like in the Lord of the Rings books, there's a figure named Tom Bombadil, and who is very much a bit of an enigma as to who or what exactly Tom Bombadil is. And Tolkien never really, tries to explain it, which I think is a really good thing. It makes Tom Bombadil much more interesting. It makes the conversation about him more interesting because there aren't definitive answers. And so I kind of feel the same way about the dwarves. I need levitating. Right. So we need to go up here. The Telvanni, since they're really good at magic, like to make all of their places require magic use, in which the case is, in this situation, is levitation. Alright, so we're here in Master Arian's chambers, and hopefully he'll just be able to get us confirmed as the Telvanni Horditor.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Yes, hello, Master Arian. So, have you gathered the votes of the other counselors? I have indeed. I have given you my vote for Horditor of House Telvanni. You must get the votes of all the surviving counselors. Oh, I did. Do I talk to you about counselors? Yes, there's a recent edition of the Brown Book of Great House Telvanni. Okay. All the surviving counselors. Oh. What? Let's get the votes of all the surviving counselors. The Brown Book. I am confusion. Okay. Master Neloth, I convinced. Mistress Thorana, I convinced. And Mr. Stratha, I convinced. He advised me to kill Archmagister Gothrin. So I did that. I was more than willing to name me Horditor. He casually gave me his vote. Mr. Stratha. I am very confused. I am very confused indeed. I did all this. Okay. have given you my own vote. You must get the votes of all the surviving counselors. Oh, do I need to get all of the counselors on the mainland? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, it's highly possible that, we've gotten ourselves into a bit of a fun situation. In that, since I have Tamriel Rebuilt installed, it is wanting me to get the votes of all the Telvanni counselors across the mainland. Which, if that's the case, is very frustrating. Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell, I think it is time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Turin is looking very much not amused at finding out that not only has he had to go through all this bureaucratic nonsense already, that he sounds like he has to go through it 2 or 3 more times, or more than that, back on the mainland. So that's going to be fun. Maybe at some point I'll bring you along for that ride, but for now, hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, tell me how I'm doing, and due to the nature of these game night videos, since I'm just jumping into the middle of a playthrough, if you have any more questions or have any suggestions of what you'd like to see or would like to know more about the game, feel free to comment, and I'd love to answer those at some point. Who knows, I could even do another game night video diving into a bit more of some of the aspects that you guys want to know about. But until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Cheers.